into a full lotus without using your hands, that means you can do a full lotus. It's good. But if you have to jank your legs in and like really shove them in there, like maybe don't do it. Just see if you can do it by yourself without using your hands. If your legs naturally want to go there, if they can move there without us doing it with our hands, and I'm all for the full lotus. It's a great stretch. I'm also all for reflections, talking, sharing the heart, and connecting with you. This evening I have been listening to really beautiful music and dancing and clearing, praying, just pulsing at my root, really, feeling so much life force energy, sexual energy at my root, and making this conscious effort and choice to nourish myself with that energy versus let that energy just kind of build up down here and then me just like stimulate my clitoris for a little while and have a very short-lived orgasm. Instead, I'm really choosing to cultivate the energy, bring it up, hold it in, keep it in, and circulate it within my body. This is how I really feel fully alive and present and clear, and also it's how I feel sexually nourished. When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. There's a reason, like that song, when I get that feeling all turned on and stuff, I don't want a sexual releasing, I want a sexual healing. Meaning, when I get that feeling, when I'm turned on and aroused and feeling open and sensual and alive, I don't really want to be with someone and simply just like dive into lust and passions and completely forget ourselves and just like eat each other up as if we're a really yummy cake. I have nothing against eating each other up as if we're a yummy cake. However, I prefer to have more of a slower connection that is more present and tuning into the subtlety of things, and also stopping and pausing when we get close to the edge of, like, if we're at 70% of pleasure and we know that 30% more would give us an orgasm, actually to stop at 70%, completely fully stop and breathe together. Or if we're by ourselves self-pleasuring, to stop, place a hand on the heart, a hand on the sex, and breathe into the heart and breathe into the sex. Or in fact, even envisioning like breathing into the sex and then breathing that energy up to the heart. And also to utilize the root lock to squeeze the PC muscle and take a deep breath and like really feel that energy that's building up, that pleasure and building up, and bringing it up the spine into our third eye, and basically illuminating and opening up the mind and the crown chakra as well. Opening up the crown chakra so that we can actually receive this incredible like light consciousness down through our crown, down our spine, and like down our third eye, down into our throat, through our throat, into our heart, down into our gut, into our organs, into my ovaries, into my pussy, into my asshole, and then bringing it back up and circulating all that juicy, amazing energy. That's what I'm really interested in. When I feel juicy, when I feel turned on, it could be easy for me to be like, actually, I really just want to eat you up because you're so fucking sexy and gorgeous. And yes, it's okay to do that. Sometimes I've done that, and I have no shame in saying that I really fucking enjoy it. I really enjoyed just going wild with the pleasure. And sometimes engaging in, you know, pleasurable things, sexual intimacy that does end with the man ejaculating or me having an orgasm. When the man ejaculates, I usually like to check in to see if it's really okay for them. And sometimes it's been these moments where it's like, yeah, it was okay, because they felt like they hadn't done it in a very, very long time, and they felt like they wanted to do it. But it's not something, if I was going to be with them again, if I was going to be with the same man again and again, which I am with the same man again and again, I have a partner, but I would not want to do that every time we make love. My deepest desire in lovemaking and in self-pleasuring is to move that energy, circulate it, and to build my capacity of being able to hold pleasure in my body. So that's what I've been doing tonight, and I feel great. I feel so amazing, because if we don't actually practice, and if we don't commit and have this intention of mastering how to bring the sexual energy up, then we're usually going to feel pretty challenged to not want to orgasm. So it's all about actually looking into these practices of the microcosmic orbit, the ovarian breathing, and also simply like tantric practices. How can you have more tantric sex in your life? Tantric sex is amazing, honestly. It's the biggest piece in tantric sex is presence. With tantric sex and lovemaking, sometimes the man's lingam might not even get hard, but that does not matter. Or the woman might not get wet, but that does not matter. It's not so much about like some sort of goal of what it needs to look like. It's more so about how deeply present can I be in this moment and breathe open to this moment and meet this present moment, whatever's arising, with love, with compassion, with openness, with spaciousness. Then with tantric sex, it can even be like, if grief or sadness or fears come up, that is like orgasmic, to feel it fully and to cry ecstatic tears with each other and open each other up so much to feeling the depths of what it means to be a human. And this is something that I really, really do desire and in sex. I'm not the most interested in, like, whenever I notice if I'm lusting for someone, or like, I'll just be honest, sometimes I just am around and surrounded by such gorgeous, like really gorgeous men. And the reason why I feel they're gorgeous is not just because of what they look like, it's because of how they live their life. It's because of what they are embodying. They are embodying freedom, like this wild energy, and also leadership. A lot of the men that I'm deeply attracted to are actually powerful leaders, and they are leaders of love and of truth. And I see them also being really beautiful community members, and really beautiful in like the way that they relate to other humans, and they're really authentic and honest, and also very open to many people, and like of being open and loving with many people. I think that's such a beautiful thing. Men who are actually really present and grounded in themselves, and that they're open with other and spacious. So they provide this feeling of like a safe space with almost everyone. And yeah, I just am so attracted to that. But they also see through bullshit and they call it out too. I'm just deeply attracted to this type of things in men. Yeah, so it feels vulnerable for me in a way to like talk about this on YouTube, because sometimes I feel like scared or vulnerable, or not scared or vulnerable, but like hesitant to sharing about men that are not my partner. And I feel this fear of like people are gonna judge me, that I'm someone that is together with a lot of other men. And that might not be true, but I mean, I do like being with more men than just my partner. I'll just say it right now. I love to connect with other men. But I mean, truth is also, I also love connecting with other sisters. I've connected with 4 sisters very intimately since I've been together with my partner. I've been together for like 4.5 years now. And I'm definitely feeling very open and excited to explore more intimacy with women, because I'm someone that can actually get really turned on and feel really open for that with women. So that's kind of an exciting thing for me, and I look forward to exploring it. But like I said, if I notice that lustful energy, like, I'll just be honest, women can definitely objectify men. I am someone that has been in the space of objectifying men. because some men are just so fucking gorgeous, and I look at them like they're like this beautiful, sexy thing that I just want to devour, and yeah, I just want to eat them up. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong, no shame in like objectifying and really appreciating this beautiful flesh body. Sometimes I even feel this desire to like deeply worship a man and just feast on him. Also, I feel that desire with a woman, honestly. And it's something that I desire to explore more, with no attachments at all, but it is a true, genuine desire that I love feeling in my own body. I would also really love to explore worshiping a man, a beautiful God, king, leader of love man, with another sister. I think that would be really, really fun. With another gorgeous goddess that I love, and for us both to explore and love up this man together and kiss and love up his lingam, his everything, basically. Just worship him, give him so much love. So these are the things that I'm like, can I really talk about this kind of stuff on YouTube? And it's like, I actually can. It's not that weird. And sometimes I'm like, why would we talk about these things? Aren't they supposed to be private? And I'm like, why can we talk about politics, bullshit, fucking annoying stuff that doesn't even bring me joy? Why can all that be so talked about? But then when someone talks about sex and stuff, it's like this taboo thing. It's like too much information. Why are we so afraid of having conversations about sex? Sex is why we're all here. We are all here because of an orgasm. I'm here because somebody had sex and they had an orgasm. That's why I'm here. It's an amazing thing that creates literal life, and it can give birth to so many different things, an orgasm and sex. And it's such a fun, pleasurable thing. And I think if we don't talk about it, sometimes it can be staying in the shadow. And anything that stays in the shadow can sometimes then become destructive or harmful. So for myself in my life, I get excited talking about these things because the more we talk about it, the more conscious, the more mindful, the more mindfulness we can bring into the sexual realms. For example, this discernment, having discernment about who we are intimate with, discerning who we actually allow in, or who we penetrate if we're a man, like who we connect with in that way, have that kind of sexual union with. It's actually really important who you do that with, because whoever you do it with, you will be picking up their energetic imprints, what they're carrying, what their thoughts, predominant thoughts are going on, like the vibrations, all of their stuff, like even the shadow stuff will be rubbed off on you. So you better damn well be aware that if you just go around having sex with everyone, like going to, for example, if you're doing the craziest thing, which is like drinking alcohol and then going to bars and then just having random sex, like that might not feel very good. And honestly, a lot of people seem like they overuse sex for just pleasure, but they don't realize the actual impact that having sex has on their psyche, on their mental well-being. And so in my life, I found it's super important to be discerning about who I let into this space, who I allow into my womb, like to open me up, because that wand of light, lingam, cock, when the wand of light comes inside me, I'm receiving that consciousness. I'm receiving that information from this being, and it's all coming into me. And so I better damn well be doing that kind of stuff with men that I really am open to receiving all of their energy, even their shadows, even the darker stuff, like the whole self. And we also better be damn ready to like be there for each other. If something came up from you and me having sex, then we better be willing to be there for each other and hold each other in aftercare, because sex is transformational. Sex is powerful. It puts us in an altered state, and sometimes it starts at the root, and so it can really bring up a lot. And if we're having sex but we're not willing to hold the other person, like afterwards, like the next day or the week ahead, and if stuff's coming up for us, then personally, I don't think it's worth having sex with that person. It's a no. If we are not willing to also be loving and caring to this person the next day or the week ahead or even like the months ahead, if we're not willing to do that with the person we're going to have sex with, why the fuck would you have sex with that person? I personally feel like that's very irresponsible and not very considerate. And I think it's important that we are responsible and we are considerate in sex, and that we, really take a look. Like, do I have the ability to hold space? Am I willing to hold space for this person if something comes up for them, if they need something, or if they just need to be, basically, if they need to be heard or felt in their emotions or feelings, whatever comes up. Because if it's a no, if I'm not able to do that, then I don't want to have sex with that person. Because then I feel like I'm not being very caring. Not to say that sex will always bring up stuff, but it could. And I think that it's important that we hold each other. It's kind of like you take a deep, strong, powerful psychedelic, and then you're just left all alone. Like, it's nice to have, if you have a powerful experience, to then feel like you're held afterwards too. Like, the aftercare is just as important as the thing itself, I feel. So anyhow, this is the end of this video. I feel like I want to stop it now. In fact, my video got cut out, or it stopped because I had memory full on my camera. So I'm gonna say thank you for being here and for listening and for witnessing me share and reflect. I love you. So good, water. I mean, water. It's water. It's water. It's holy water. Holy water, baby. Woo, woo. All right. Ciao, guys. Have a blessed day. Oh, also, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos, and leave a comment down below if you want, and like this video too if you want. That's gonna be it. Let me know that you watched it all the way to this moment to see my claps that just organically arrived. All right, peace out, guys.